Okay, let me see if I can walk you through this a little bit. I think I've got this all the way working, but I need help with a few things. For one, I want to make sure that the settings look appropriate for what we're doing. I might need to send people, what's it called, a package that contains everything in it. So basically all this is a player, which I'm assuming, and I haven't tested it yet, that this will work with any player by just replacing the player model and having it animation work with it. So I haven't tested that yet, but that's the theory. Let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going to use this with a keyboard and mouse because I've got my gamepad cord working with the microphone. So I can't really test it with gamepad, but I'll show you what I've done. Now, you had mentioned about the keeping it all the same between the first and third person movement wise. But what I realized is when I was creating it is typically when you go into a third person view, you're going to have a rig that you can rotate around the player and see the player. And so that right there makes it different by itself. So what I've done is this, and let me know if this looks right or if I should go back to a complete, first person type strafing all the way through. So here's the first person. I've got it where it automatically will snap the camera back if you are hovering somewhere too long. The scroll wheel will move it out, and if you go too close, it'll snap back into first person. First person is going to work just like it should. That's aim is right. I'm aiming right now, even though I don't have a reticle yet, but that's what the aim looks like. And then in third person, it's going to move like this. Now, when you're standing still, you can circle around him, but as soon as he moves, he's going to go with the camera position. And then for when he aims, I've got it like this for now. I can adjust that a little bit more once I figure out weaponry and stuff like that, but I wanted to get your opinion on this. I've got it where you can zoom out about that far, and once you get it that close, it just clips right back in. You can't clip through the floor, so it'll only look up so far, and looking down, I've got it about like that. I don't have the sprint on, even though the sprint is working. I don't have the a sprint animation yet. Jumping is working, although not the best jump in the world, but hey. Crouching does work, and crouching will strafe. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to put it on YouTube, and then I'm going to share that with you guys. I would like input on what you're seeing. One other thing I do want to point out is the input. To see if I'm using the right inputs for some of these things that we're doing here, or if it feels like we should be using a different one. Let me open these up just so you can see them. I don't have any kind of interact yet, but right now this is what it's set up to use. And if you think it should be a different button, please let me know. Another thing I want to try to add is when you're aiming, I would like to have a bumper or something where a key that'll switch shoulders. So if you want to be right shoulder or left shoulder, it'll aim on that side of, as far as that goes, and just flip flop. But I need to kind of get an idea of what button or if that's even a good thing to add. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, everybody.